Hello everybody, what's up? It's Cam from Millsy Entertainment, back today with another entertainment news video, and today we're talking all about Disney parks, specifically the Disneyland Resort. Actually, only the Disneyland Resort, because I won't even be mentioning Disney World in here. But anyway, this is going to be a video on D23 news. Yeah, it was like almost a month ago, but I'm just now getting around to doing this video. It's something I really want to do on this channel, but we're talking all about D23 news and upcoming stuff to the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California, which is where I live. I also work at Disneyland through the Disney College program, all that stuff. But today we're talking about D23. Let's go. So for those of you who don't know what D23 is, it's basically a convention similar to Comic-Con, but it's only for Disney. It's Disney related stuff. This includes Disney video games, Disney theme parks, Disney movies, I think Disney television shows, all that stuff, merchandise, but specifically the real focus every year is on the theme parks and the movies. And there's a lot of stuff that come out about Avengers Infinity War and a few other animated Disney movies, live action Disney movies. But what I'm talking about today is all about the Disneyland Resort and what we're going to see here in the next couple years. The first thing is Star Wars Land, which as many now know, it is being referred to as Galaxy's Edge. That is the official name. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Not sure how I feel about that quite yet. I mean, it's better than just Star Wars Land. The first attraction that we're going to see in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is going to be a battle between the First Order and the Resistance. It's going to be a trackless ride with these ride vehicles right here. This image was released at D23. The ride vehicles really remind me of kind of like almost like some of the dark ride vehicles mixed with like Indiana Jones. You know, you have like, they're small, but they also have, they seat a lot of people in them. It reminds me of a dark ride sort of thing. And I think that's really cool. I know it's a trackless ride, but it really is gonna be like a dark ride. This ride will be to like the biggest scale Disney has ever done. So I'm really excited about that. You'll be right in the middle of like a Star Destroyer escaping from the First Order. You're playing as the Resistance, and I think that's pretty cool. The second attraction is gonna be like a Millennium Falcon type deal where you're flying a Millennium Falcon. I think this is gonna be kind of similar to Star Tours. Might use the same mechanics where you go through different scenarios and that kind of thing. But basically you'll be right in the cockpit of a Millennium Falcon, and it'll be like a, almost more similar to the Back to the Future ride that we had at Universal years ago, where you're in your own vehicle and you're just flying through the sky in a virtual reality type thing. And I think this will be really cool actually. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most. There's only is 2 attractions for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but I'd say I'm looking forward to this one a little bit more. I think it'll be really cool, probably similar to Star Tours. Now there was originally supposed to be a third attraction, and now the third attraction I was the one I was the most excited for when I heard about what it was. So I'm pretty bummed out that it got canceled. Basically, it was going to be similar to the pack mules that they had years ago at Disneyland, but you were going to be riding on a dewback, which are from A New Hope. I think they're called dewbacks. It was going to be like an animatronic type animal that you actually ride, and it would go across the landscape. It would start at the city, go over the valley, over the mountains, then come back through. So really just to give you an immersive experience of the entire environment. But I think mainly because of technology, it got canceled because it was planned and they were pretty far into development for the attraction, but it was recently announced that that was not going to be happening, and this was actually announced after D23, so a little bit unfortunate, but the other 2 rides are going to be really cool. I'm bummed out to see this one's not happening, but who knows, maybe as technology improves they could add it. Now we are going to see some other stuff here, like a full-on cantina. We're going to have characters and droids walking around, including BB-8, Chewbacca, First Order Stormtroopers. We're going to have real bounty hunters that will follow you around depending on the outcome of one of the attractions. Now that's really cool. Apparently they'll like follow you around and that kind of thing. Like really interact with you, pretty similar to how the Stormtroopers do. We're gonna see all kinds of stuff there. More characters. We're gonna see Rex, the pilot from Star Tours, who will be the DJ at the cantina, which is kind of cool. From the original, Rex was from the original Star Tours, for those who don't know. As much as I'm excited for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I've noticed they're really focusing a lot on the newer trilogy. And I understand why, to appeal to the younger audiences and that sort of thing, but I really wish they would do what Star Tours does now, where it has everything from the prequel trilogy, original trilogy, and episode 7 all tied in together. You know, like it has a little bit of everything. The next thing, and this is gonna be something that really quick to talk about, Galaxy's Edge was really what I had to say the most about, but now we're talking about Disney's Paint the Night. Disney's Paint the Night is kind of like a modern day parade of the Main Street Electrical Parade. It's like a modern day version of that. Now, I don't know if it was originally at California Adventure or Disneyland, but either it's coming back or it's coming here for the first time. It might be like a Disney World only thing, and I just didn't realize that. But all I know is it's coming to California Adventure next year. Now, in 2015, we had Season of the Force. Now, this was a big deal for pretty much everything Star Wars. It was just all like a huge Star Wars festival throughout Tomorrowland. Now, this year we have Summer of Heroes, which is over in Hollywoodland, and it's kind of like the biggest deal, and it's all about Marvel. Well, now we have our the third festival within these last couple years, which is going to be for 2018, only a year after Summer of Heroes, and that is going to be Pixar Fest. Now, Pixar Fest, the biggest deal here is going to be Pixar Pier. Yes, Paradise Pier in Disney California Adventure is getting another refurbishment. I still miss the old pier, but that's fine. That's fine. It's good. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a. What is this? I'm still not used to the fact that we got Mickey's face on the Ferris wheel, and now you're gonna change it again to like the Luxo lamp or ball or whatever it is. I don't. So Pixar Pier is most likely gonna be opening next summer. It's opening at some point next year. I believe it's gonna be the summer, but it is gonna be replacing Paradise Pier, and it'll just be all Pixar. Now, my biggest thing is I don't know why they're doing this again. They don't get enough traffic at the pier. I work near Paradise Pier at Disneyland. Like I can see Paradise Pier from where I work. And something I've noticed about that ever since I heard about Pixar Pier is that there's a big theming issue in Paradise Pier. The far left part of it still has that 60s like beach vibe, and then the middle part of it just kind of has like boardwalk games, that sort of thing, and then the far right is just like whatever the hell they want to do. It's just random. I don't even get it. Like I'm wondering what's gonna happen to the Little Mermaid. Like that's still, it's not a popular ride, but it's still a cool dark ride. I would think they're gonna keep that. Like it appeals to, you know, girls that go there. Obviously, like there's not a lot of attractions for like girls they're into like princess stuff and that sort of thing. So that's really the only thing you get at California Adventure as far as that goes. Now, I do understand that they're doing this because, you know, you already have Midway Mania, you have Cars, you have the Monsters Inc. ride, you have Bugs Land. That's all there, so they're trying to make it, I kind of turn this park almost into like all Pixar, which I would never agree with. But then because of something else we're talking about later, like that doesn't even make sense. They're not gonna like change it to Disney Pixar Adventure or anything because there's a lot of problems coming up that won't make any sense. And I think you guys all already know what I'm gonna talk about with that. But my big thing is like, if you're gonna redo the pier, actually do something with it this time. I didn't like when they did the refurbishment because they just rethemed it to be like the 1920s because apparently, I don't know, did they think that was like a more like appealing time period than the 1960s? We already had Main Street. You were already gonna change Sunshine Plaza to Buena Vista Street. I felt like they should have kept like that 60s Beach Boys like vibe that they had going on, like the surfing vibe over in Paradise Pier because I loved that. Paradise Pier was one of my favorite areas, and when they changed all that, like did that whole entire refurbishment on DCA, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great, but I wasn't a fan of what they did to Paradise Pier. That's just me. Anyway, done with that rant. Pixar Pier is going to add all kinds of like new Pixar stuff. So if they're gonna change it, I really hope they actually do a lot with it. Like they do some cool stuff. I'd love to see them change up the attractions, make them actually like Pixar related that are actually really like cool and exciting and not just like cheap overlays of previous rides. But that's just my whole thing. Pixar Pier next summer, that came out of D23. That was kind of the biggest news, I would say. But we'll see what that's like. It's kind of gonna become like almost like a home for Pixar characters. Like you'll have a lot of Pixar characters coming in there to hang out, like, you know, like do like pictures and that sort of thing, which is cool because mainly it's just Toy Story characters over at Paradise Pier. So that will be cool. I think that's gonna be awesome. One thing that's sort of weird is they're moving the Pixar Play Parade. Like right now it starts at Paradise Pier. Well, now they're moving it out of California Adventure and it's going to Disneyland. That seems weird to me. I mean, I know it's because they're bringing Paint the Night there now, so they don't think they need that parade. But if you're gonna do Pixar, like Pixar Pier, why not keep it there? I guess it's also because they sort of think like, oh, if we're gonna have a full-on, you know, this Pixar festival, we might as well have something in each park. We have Pixar Pier over in California Adventure, and then we have the Pixar Play Parade over in Disneyland. But I just think it would fit in a lot better over at Pixar Pier at California Adventure. Just those characters fit in more over there. But that's pretty much it for the pier. That's all I gotta say. Pixar Festival and Pixar Pier coming next summer. Another big thing that was announced, after the success of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, the new ride over in Hollywoodland at California Adventure, they have decided to go through and announce that that entire area where Summer Heroes and that ride are now at are going to be expanded on as they create a Marvel universe with the Avengers and Spider-Man attractions coming, which that is very exciting to me. You know, I love the MCU, I love Marvel characters. So to have this entire new land that's going to be dedicated to them in the next few years is awesome. I already have a feeling of where it's going to be. I think it'll be in the back lot behind Mission Breakout. There's a lot of space back there, which they're not fully utilizing. They're kind of moving space, so it just kind of shows that's probably where it's going to go. So that's really exciting to me. So we can kind of expect that within the next few years. They're definitely going to start it sooner than later. I mean, there's already this Avengers hatch kind of hinting that things are to come here. There's some cool things to come there. So I'm excited for that. Marvel Land, Marvel Universe, whatever you want to call it. coming soon. Now the whole Marvel thing, like I said, because they're not putting in Marvel here, this is what I was saying, kind of hinting at earlier, how you can't make this Pixar adventure. So I think the next biggest question becomes, is this whole park just gonna become like kind of split, Pixar and Marvel, or are they gonna keep California Adventure and just, you know, have these lands that are just way different from the whole California vibe? I mean, sure, it's still a pier, which are in California, but it's not really the same thing in my opinion. I'd love to see them keep the California vibe, but I just don't know at this point. Let me know down below what you guys think about all that. Are they gonna keep the California vibe, just kind of make it a brand new park with different IPs and properties? It's like hard to tell what they're doing at this point. Are they gonna change everything again to another refurbishment, or do they want to keep it like California? I don't know. That's really all I have to say on that. That's everything to come out of D23. Now let's talk about my predictions on the future of the Disneyland Resort. I have a feeling after they open up Galaxy's Edge in 2019 and they open up the Marvel Land probably around 2021, 2022, that they're going to finally get to what they really need to do over in Disneyland Park, which is get rid of Toontown. As much as I hate to say it, get rid of it, because I think it's finally time for Fantasyland to get the expansion that Disney World got 5 years ago. I think they're going to expand Fantasyland back, and I think that they're going to split Autopia and expand Fantasyland out that way. And then they'll finally get to the entire refurbishment of Tomorrowland, which is much needed. Tomorrowland is my favorite land in the entire park, and I really wanted to get some attention because it's such a random assortment of like various time periods of when they changed it. Like it has some of the classic like 60s look, but then it also has like with like vibrant colors. Then it has like the steampunk, then it has Star Wars all over the place, and you have Buzz Lightyear, which is just kind of thrown in there. So I really want to see Tomorrowland change. So I think after they finish up with these two big property lands that they're doing, I think they're going to finally expand Fantasyland, and they're going to fix up Tomorrowland and finally do the whole entire refurbishment there. Now, I always thought that those two lands, you know, needed the most work as far as, you know, expanding and changing up. But recently they redid Frontierland. Like when I heard Star Wars Land was announced, I figured, okay, there goes Frontierland, you know, classic land, one of my favorites. But because of the new, like what they did to Rivers of America, it honestly was like a refurbishment for Frontierland. They went above and beyond to add more character to Frontierland. Like they took out the ranch, but they added so much to the river and just different things that belong in Frontierland. And I think they did an excellent job. So I'm very hopeful for what they're gonna do with everything going on at the Disneyland Resort. But I just really want to see Fantasyland and Tomorrowland get some attention. I think they definitely need it, and I think it'd just be really exciting if that's what they really focus their time on after the whole Marvel and Star Wars thing. I kind of talked about what I see for the future of California Adventure. It's very like iffy, I have no clue, but I'm very hopeful for the future of Disneyland and new and exciting things happening there. I hope you guys enjoyed this like long news video and prediction video for Disneyland Resort. I enjoyed talking about it. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me or leave them down below. And just let me know what you think about everything that's going on. What's the thing you're most excited about for the Disneyland Resort in the next few years? And what do you think needs the most attention right now as far as the resort goes and just changing things up? Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. And I hope you guys all have a great day.